Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Bruce Tech here, and today I'm going to be talking about my first impressions of the new Mac Pro, which is due for release in late 2013. So this has been seen by many people. It's been advertised so many times. It's also found on the Apple website, and on my first impressions of actually taking a look at the actual Mac itself, it's very unusual. It's got a new, if some people haven't seen it yet, it's got a new cylinder type of design with a black glossy finish to it, rather than, because we're all used to the traditional Mac Pro. I mean, this Mac Pro that we're all used to, it's been going around for a good, or it's even taken shape of for a good now, at least 10 years. It's been going around now. This from the Power Mac, the G5 Power Mac, and even the G4 Power Mac. It's always taken that general look, and then from 2006 it moved up to one with the stainless steel metal grid type thing, which is it was very heavy. It weighed about 40 pounds, and it was very durable. Had these carrying handles at the top of it, so you can actually carry it around, even though I wouldn't understand why, because it's so heavy. So it wouldn't be something that'd be portable. But if you need to move it around, you had the handles on top. It was fully, well, pretty much, I wouldn't say fully, but I'd say the majority of the parts were upgradable and customizable. So you could, I'm not sure if you could remove the actual processing unit, because I'm not a complete technical person when it comes to Macs, but I'm not sure if you could remove the actual processor itself, the Xeon processor. I think that was actually integrated in the system, but you could swap out the RAM, the graphics card. You could actually put in some actual, memory. Sorry, not memory. Hard drives. You can swap out and swap in external hard drives, internal hard drives, SATA hard disks. Also basically you could input. I think we input in a DVD burner in there. It was a desktop, which is majority of the parts were completely upgradable. However, on this new Mac, it's pretty much everything's been soldered to the motherboard, so you cannot really remove anything. The only thing that I believe Apple's letting you upgrade is the RAM memory, which is what they come and let you upgrade. They don't really let you upgrade much else anymore since the Mac Pro. Same with the iMac, you can only upgrade the memory. So my first impression of the actual Mac Pro 2013, it just from visual looks, I haven't actually picked it up or anything because I haven't got that close to it, but I'm just on a visual look. It looks really plasticky compared to the but the Mac Pro, it just seems to have a bit more character to it from 2010 and below. So they've been really updated since, but it had more, it felt like you were working with a proper machine. This 2013 Mac Pro seems a bit too flimsy for my liking. It doesn't feel like, well, it doesn't feel or look like what a proper desktop is supposed to look like. And the whole concept behind a desktop, that is supposed to be upgradable, well, almost, at least most parts, or at least fully upgradable, like a PC. Can swap out absolutely everything with a PC, and that's why it's got the name of a desktop. But with this actual Mac Pro, it's pretty much got the same customization as an iMac, which we all know is quite limited. So by only upgrading the RAM, you're pretty much blocking out those consumers who want to do, large quantity videography, photography, using Adobe CS6, Photoshop, Adobe Illustrator, Final Cut Pro, all these editing software, and it's alright if you're playing games, but when you're working with videography especially, where a lot of rendering needs to take place, you want a good machine. You really want a good machine. You really want to try and customize it to your own liking. Now, another say with the new Mac Pro, it's going to be an absolute monster of a computer. It's going to have like 6 gigabytes worth of video memory, which is absolutely more than what anyone needs. It's going to be 2 times faster, well, 2.5 times faster in SATA solid state drive speed than the old Mac series. Obviously it's smaller, as you can see. It's not even half the size. It's basically about 10 inches high, which is absolutely nothing compared to the original Mac. And it's what they've actually used, instead of using like a fan here at the back and a fan on the side. They're basically giving you one massive fan at the top, and that circulates through the whole system. So it's a top-bottom approach. So the fan that is at the top, and then the air circulation travels down through the system, and it's each component has got an equal footing of cool air to cool the whole system down that way. So that's a good bit of architecture and engineering there they've actually used for that type of system. Also with this new Mac, they are definitely making it damn sure that you're able to edit with 4K video resolution, which very few computers out there are actually able to do, which is very good, I suppose, for the top professional editors who want to edit in 4K. And when you look at the back of the unit, it's also pretty limited as well. I mean, like you have it's a lot of firewire, and firewire is only used by, again, top professionals. Most people just use the general USB cable and USB connectivity, USB point. Some people don't even know what USB point 3.0 is, which basically says that using Thunderbolt isn't as a complete primary source isn't always going to be the perfect method of use, which isn't, because there are very few products that actually use Thunderbolt. So that's the only major concern when it comes to actually using Thunderbolt. It's not really usable for every single consumer, but it's there if most people want to use it. So in terms of storage, there hasn't been much talk about the storage as of yet, but apparently it's going to be, well, one thing I forgot to mention, it's going to have 12 cores, which is definitely plenty enough for anyone who's going to be doing any editing or even gaming. 12 cores is so much it's ridiculous, because most games especially only use 2 cores, but you've got that many cores there, so you'll never ever have a problem with cores, so that won't be such a problem for anybody. And yep, that's really my first impression. It seems very powerful. However, just the design of it and the sorry, I can't even speak now. The customization for this particular machine is not that much, which is my only concern with this whole system, that you can't really upgrade or swap out parts. When it becomes dated, you're going to be pretty much stuck. Say 3-4 years down the line, you're going to be stuck with an outdated machine, because by that time, PC is going to be at start reaching that kind of spectrum, and it's going to be a lot harder to try and compete. Trying to compete with this sort of system against a PC, which might be, the consumer can swap out parts. So that's going to be the major problem with it. But apart from that, it's good. It's good looking overall, and yeah, we'll see what it turns out to look like. So this has been Boost Tech here. Thank you for watching. Rate, comment, and subscribe, and have a pleasant day. Bye for now.